Welcome to the 2024 International Conference by CILT, the Chartered Institute of Logistics and Transportation Sri Lanka, held at the Kingsbury, Colombo. This year, industry leaders and experts from around the world has gathered to discuss a crucial theme, which is transforming supply chains, building resilient ecosystems for the future. In today's rapidly changing landscape, the need for adaptability and resilient supply chains is more essential than ever. So join us while we take a look around the event and also speak to some influential figures to get an insight to the event. So now we have with us Mr. Dhanushka Jayasinghe, CILT Council member. So nice to have you here today, sir. So the question I have for you, sir, is what kind of challenges do you foresee in the global supply chains, and what kind of tactics can we develop to actually overcome them in the near future?
Yeah, so global supply chains nowadays, one of the biggest challenges are because of the geopolitical issues taking place throughout the world. All the trade is currently distributed globally, right? We call it the supply networks. So when there is a small issue in the global trade or any country, or if it is affecting the trade lanes, that is coming as a large impact to all the people who are using the supply chain, in the shipping industry and the transport industry. So as a result of the Middle East issue, the tension in China, port congestion, Red Sea issue. So because of that, there are a lot of delays. There are big problems in demand planning, problems in maintaining the inventories of the finished goods as well as the raw materials. So that's actually a top issue. But cascading down because of that, all the other areas are affected. In the shipping industry, airline industry, inventories, warehouse industry, everyone is affected. So mainly I see geopolitical situation and the issues in the shipping industry is one of the biggest challenges these days. So when it comes to supply chain challenges, all the companies, I mean the people who produce, the manufacturers as well as the logistic companies, so they moved into the technology and digitalization not now because of the COVID impact. So as a result of that, now a lot of people are using tech in the supply chain industry. So to overcome the challenges in this uncertainty of this because of all the global issues, using of real-time visibility in their supply chains, having proper order management systems, and kind of flexible inventories, so multiple sourcing, not just limiting their sourcing just to one country or one manufacturer. So those kind of strategies being used by the global manufacturers and the supply chain companies.
CILT Vice President. So good to have you here with us today, ma'am. So ma'am, the question I have for you is, for those who are new to the logistics and supply chain industry, what advice do you have for them to thrive in this industry?
So my piece of advice is logistic and supply chain industry is not an easy industry. It's actually every day you will have a problem. So however, there are so much of institution now, they are hosting courses and degrees for logistics and supply chain, and I see a lot of professionals are coming in, the graduates are coming into the pool. So actually how they have to see is that there's a huge potential in this industry, where that if you take every organization would have a logistics and supply chain department, where we call it as a blood of the entire organization, where supply chain is always supporting for the consumer requirements. So I feel that the newcomers, they have to take up so much opportunities in this field, where that they can thrive in their careers, as well as it is good that we will have so much of graduates and newcomers in this industry, because if you take women in this industry, it is very low. Like, that's what we've been trying to um, promote from women in logistics and transport also. Unlike other countries in the world, in Sri Lanka, you see very 3 to 5% of population who's enter into this field. So I feel, and also Chartered Institute is a Chartered Institute of Logistics in Sri Lanka, where that anybody can take up their membership who are joining. We have a student membership, associate membership. So I am requesting newcomers to join this institute so that you will gain a lot of experience networking, and also you will meet a lot of people who are thriving in this industry at the moment. Yes, thank you.
So now I'm joined with Mr. Chanaka Gunadilakam, the event chair of the CILT International Conference. Good day to you, sir. So I want to ask you about the event today, sir. So as today's event, international conference, how do you think that conferences like this contribute to the transformation and the improvement of global supply chain?
Okay, thank you. Now, if you look at the list of panelists and the participants, now when we are organizing the event, right, we categorically say that to the speakers, the resource personnel, what would be the next level of supply chain, right? And like, for example, if you take the supply chain 4.0, right? So when we connect 4.0 to the existing ecosystem, what needs to be the changes, right? And in line with that, we look for what are the knots that we have to connect, right? For example, it can be ESG, it can be transportation, it can be a risk management, etc. Right? So we pick the resource person based on the challenges and the areas, and of course it will be beneficial for the participants. But in my opinion, what we need to look at is the big picture. We need to have a holistic approach. And in isolation, for example, if you take the transporter, he can't take decision in isolation. If he takes a decision like that, it will be a suboptimization, right? That's what happens to most of the industries. So what you have to do is you take the entire value chain, you map, and once you take the entire value chain, you see where the things are happening, and you need to have the collective efforts to resolve the problems. So that insight will bring conference like this, because this conference represents all the stakeholders in supply chain.